Imagine an island that only appears once every 40 years. An island that's been on ancient maps, whispered about by explorers, and described in Irish legends. Yet no one has ever stepped foot on it. Is this vanishing landmass a myth? Or is it a piece of lost history hidden by nature, or something stranger? Today on Infinity, we dive deep into the mystery of Hy-Brasil, the disappearing island that has baffled sailors, cartographers, and scientists for centuries. Stay with us, because what you're about to discover might change the way you see reality itself. The story begins off the west coast of Ireland, in the mysterious waters of the Atlantic Ocean, where ancient mariners claim to have seen an island emerge from the mist. The name of this island? Hy-Brasil, also known simply as Brazil in older texts. No relation to the South American country, this mythical land has haunted maps and minds since at least the 14th century. Irish legend describes Hy-Brasil as a paradise cloaked in golden light, a place of immense knowledge where an advanced civilization may have thrived, untouched by time. Early maps from the 1325 Dulcer chart show an island named Brasil, far west of Ireland, and by the 1400s, Brazil began appearing more consistently, in roughly the same spot every time. Sailors were convinced it was real. Expeditions were launched in 1480 and again in 1497, both returning empty-handed, but adamant they had seen the island shrouded in mist. For generations, people believed the island only became visible once every 7 years or 40 years, depending on the tale. It was said to appear suddenly, only to vanish without a trace. The island was described as circular, often split by a central river, and almost always surrounded by fog. No one could explain why it came and went, or what caused its strange visibility cycle. Some claimed it was a mirage, others believed it was protected by magical forces, but all agreed it wasn't just a legend, people saw it. One famous account came from Captain John Nisbet in 1674. He claimed to have landed on the island during a voyage from France to Ireland, describing it as inhabited by mysterious beings with great knowledge. These beings supposedly gifted him books of wisdom, knowledge far beyond the time. The tale was widely circulated, though no physical proof ever surfaced. Interestingly, other ships around the same time reported seeing land in that area, but were unable to reach it, as if something was intentionally keeping them away. Could this be a case of mistaken geography, or was there something more at work? Over time, the sightings became rarer, but never fully disappeared. As late as the 19th century, sailors were still reporting strange land masses appearing and vanishing in the Atlantic. The mystery of Hy-Brasil became part of Irish folklore, a symbol of hidden truths and lost wisdom. But folklore aside, how could a landmass appear and vanish so convincingly that cartographers kept it on maps for centuries? To answer that, let's explore the possible natural explanations for Hy-Brasil's strange behavior. One theory is that the sightings were a result of a rare optical illusion known as a fata morgana, a type of mirage caused by specific atmospheric conditions over the ocean. In a fata morgana, light bends through layers of air at different temperatures, causing distant objects, like land, to appear much closer or even distorted. This could explain why multiple ships described seeing land that vanished when approached. But here's the twist. Even if it was an illusion, how do we explain the consistency of the sightings in the same geographic location over centuries? Another theory involves undersea volcanic activity. What if Hy-Brasil was a seamount or submerged land that briefly emerged due to tectonic shifts or water level fluctuations? Temporary landmasses have been recorded before, including new volcanic islands that emerge suddenly from the ocean and vanish again within months or years. Scientists also suggest glacial rebound or subsidence may play a role, natural rise and fall of land masses due to tectonic and glacial pressure changes. Still, the 40-year cycle seems too specific for random geology. Could it be that ancient sailors misinterpreted an iceberg or a fog bank as land? Maybe, but the shape, the descriptions, and the repeated location make it more than a one-off mistake. There's also the possibility of a real island that was gradually eroded, submerged, or destroyed, and its occasional reappearances are relics of that land. Submerged archaeological sites off the coast of Ireland do exist, including ancient stone structures beneath the sea. Could these be fragments of the lost Hy-Brasil, now hidden underwater, only exposed under certain tidal or weather conditions? The scientific possibilities are compelling, but they don't explain the deeper layer of mystery tied to this island. Now we enter the more mysterious realm, the stories that science can't easily explain. In Irish mythology, Hy-Brasil is considered one of the otherworld islands, places that exist outside our realm, accessible only to the chosen or during rare cosmic alignments. Some accounts speak of Hy-Brasil as a sanctuary of ancient gods, or a refuge for a pre-human civilization with immense knowledge. The recurring theme? This island wasn't just hidden, it was protected. Paranormal researchers have linked Hy-Brasil to time slips, dimensional portals, and even UFO activity. In fact, one of the strangest connections comes from the infamous Rendlesham Forest UFO incident in 1980. A U.S. Air Force officer involved in the incident, Jim Peniston, claimed to receive a telepathic binary code from the craft, and when decoded, it allegedly pointed to the coordinates of Hy-Brasil. Could it be that Hy-Brasil is more than just an island? Could it be a gateway, a nexus point between realities? The idea of disappearing lands or phantom islands isn't exclusive to Ireland. Cultures worldwide share similar tales. Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu, all advanced places lost beneath the sea. What connects these stories is the eerie sense that something profound has been hidden, perhaps intentionally, from humanity. Some suggest Hy-Brasil is a remnant of this lost global knowledge, a place that exists in liminal space between myth and reality. A few even argue that ancient civilizations may have possessed technologies capable of cloaking entire landmasses, an idea that sounds like science fiction, yet echoes through history. Whether spiritual, extraterrestrial, or something in between, the supernatural explanations for Hy-Brasil add another layer to the mystery. And for many, that's where the island truly lives. Not on any map, but in the thin veil between belief and the unknown. Hy-Brasil didn't just live in legend, it was drawn into our recorded history. Medieval and Renaissance maps consistently marked the island west of Ireland, often with rich detail. The fact that cartographers across Europe kept placing it there, even after failed expeditions, is astonishing. This consistency suggests something was there, or at least that credible people believed it was. The island appeared on maps by Andrea Bianco in 1436, the Pizzigano chart in 1424, and even the famed Ortelius world map in the 16th century. Interestingly, by the 18th century, Hy-Brasil began to vanish from maps, a slow erasure of something once so concrete. What caused that disappearance? Possibly improved navigation tools and more precise mapping, revealing there was no permanent island. Or it could reflect a cultural shift, a loss of belief in myth as science gained dominance. Still, some suggest this removal was too deliberate, as if someone wanted it forgotten. Just as Atlantis faded from accepted geography, so too did Hy-Brasil. Yet even today, it reappears on some speculative maps, especially those tied to ancient mystery theories. The question remains, why did this island stay on maps for 400 years if it never existed? In the modern age of satellites and ocean scanning, You might think this mystery would be easy to solve. Not so. Despite detailed surveys of the Atlantic, no permanent landmass matching Hy-Brasil's description has been located. However, researchers have discovered undersea features, like Porcupine Bank, that may have once been above water. Could these be the skeletal remains of a land long lost, revealed only under special conditions? Some explorers believe Hy-Brasil may reappear in another form, perhaps not as an island, but as knowledge waiting to be uncovered. In that sense, it's no longer about finding a place. It's about rediscovering what it meant. Was it a symbol of utopia, a metaphor for hidden wisdom, or was it truly a place protected by nature, or something greater? The mystery of Hy-Brasil continues to captivate because it blends myth, science, and the unknown so seamlessly. And every so often, a strange mist still rolls over the Atlantic, sparking whispers that maybe, just maybe, it's back. Perhaps the island doesn't just reappear every 40 years. Perhaps it appears when we need to remember something deeper, something ancient, something lost, something waiting to be found once more. So the next time you're near the Irish coast and you see a shimmer on the horizon, look closer. You might just see the edge of the forgotten island of Hy-Brasil. If you're as fascinated by ancient legends, vanishing islands, and unexplained discoveries as we are, hit that like button, subscribe to Infinity, and turn on the bell so you never miss a journey into the unknown. Leave a comment below. What do you think Hy-Brasil really was? A myth or a forgotten truth? Until next time, stay curious, because history is far more mysterious than we were ever told.